So I'm doing something today that was brought to my attention. Yesterday I had my truck out, cruise control doesn't work. Everything else works, but cruise control doesn't work. So I got thinking about it. There was a recall on these trucks and a lot of other Ford vehicles back in I think it started in the late 90s and it continued on up till like 2010, I believe. And it is the cruise control cutoff switch. It's a pressure switch on the front of your master cylinder, your brake master cylinder. And that switch can, well, it can leak for one, but it can also short out and cause a fire. There have been numerous fires with these trucks and other vehicles, and it doesn't matter if the truck is running or if it's parked in your garage. People have had their truck burn up, their garage burned down, and even get into their house if the garage is attached to the house. So I thought I'd take a look at that, since I'm thinking that switch may be the reason my cruise control isn't working anyway. Maybe it's time to replace it with one that won't burn my truck up. And I called around to some parts stores. Nobody has the switch. I called a Ford dealership that's not too far away. They have two of them. They're $31. You can get these on Amazon, I believe, for 15 something, but we're gonna get in the field and I just wanna get this done. So I think I'm gonna go pick that up. So I'm on my way down to get this part at the Ford dealership. I don't know if I said it or not. $31 at the dealership. Another dealership, I think, told me $36, but they didn't have it on hand. I've known about this for quite a while. Well, I knew there was a problem with the cruise control and risk of fire. I figured after 23 years, if it hadn't happened, it's probably not going to. However, I keep hearing stories even now of people's trucks burning up. Not real often, but occasionally. And being that I just replaced the clock spring and my cruise control doesn't work, that switch probably needs to be replaced anyway, and it got me really thinking about this. So I thought it'd be a good time to do it. Beautiful day here in Iowa today. It is, I don't know what it is, feels like it's about 70 degrees out. Sunshiny, supposed to be in the middle 80s next week. I just talked to my dad and I think we may start planting beans later today, probably tomorrow. Him and my uncle are going to go plant a little sweet corn in a few hours, and then he's going to go check fields and see how wet things really are out in the field. Still have to get beans and get everything kind of sort of ready, so I'm guessing it's going to be tomorrow, but I don't know for sure. So we'll get down to the dealership and get the part, and then we'll get back to the shop. And here we are. Not sure where the parts department is down here. So I got my part. If you can see that, it's SW-6350. That's a motorcraft part. And that is what it looks like. We'll get more into that when we get back to the shop. So I just picked up the part from the dealership. And there it is again, part number SW6350 is what you're looking for. Has this little harness in it and also the pressure switch. So this should be a relatively easy fix, I believe. Everything looks like it's pretty easy to get to. And it seems like that time of year again where I'm gonna start having these damn birds in the background on my videos. Stupid barn swallows. If anybody knows how to get rid of those damn things, put it in the comments below. So let's get the hood open on the truck. Might let it cool down, it's a little warm under here, but the first thing you're gonna wanna do is disconnect this harness. So this really shouldn't be too difficult. We need to take this switch out, put this switch in, which this orange thing on the end of it is just covering up the threads that screw down into your master cylinder. And then this harness will go, it'll plug into your original harness, and then the other end plugs into your switch. One thing you don't want to do though is lose brake fluid all over stuff under your hood, so I'm going to put some rags down in there just in case some brake fluid does leak out. Total price for that part after tax was $33.21. So to screw this switch back in, you're going to need a 7/16 wrench, which seems a little large for such a small part, but that's what fits on the outside of this. And then on the original switch over here, I should probably put a light over here maybe it's okay. For this switch, it takes a 9/16 down under here, at least I thought 9/16, there we go. So 9/16 to take this one out, 7/8 to put the new one in. So I'm ready to take this switch out. I had a towel down here, so I put it underneath in case I drip any brake fluid out. So I'm going to remove this, and it's my understanding you need to be fairly quick and don't let anybody pump the brakes. And you need to be fairly quick when you take this one out and put this one in so you don't lose too much brake fluid. So go ahead and loosen this up, maybe. Seems rather snug. I'm going to remove this off the threads of this so I can put it right down in there. Not going to lose any brake fluid out of that. As far as how tight you put that on, I don't really know. Just snug it up pretty good. I wouldn't go cranking on it too hard. I can even get a wrench on the thing. I think that should do it. I need to get the little harness that goes on here. So they give you this harness and a zip tie. This harness connects to your old harness like so. And then it connects to your switch like that. Suppose I get this towel out of the way. And then you just tie this out of the way somewhere. Actually, I don't know what it would hurt just like that. I don't know if you even need that little zip tie. I put mine right down here, tied it off onto this one. So I'm going to take it out and see if that fixed the non-working cruise control, and hopefully it won't go up in flames anytime soon. Let's go for a drive. get down here to the end of the road and take the pavement one direction or the other, and we'll see if this is fixed. Man, it's a beautiful day out today. It is right around 70 degrees right now. I know I said that earlier, but it was only in the lower 60s. Certainly feels warm though. I am ready for summer. Of course, then we will all be complaining about how hot and humid it is and mosquitoes and all of that. Cruise control still doesn't work, so back to the shop I go, check fuses, and just see if I can figure this out. Really need a shop with a bigger door on it. Well, I'm not sure what the problem is, but the cruise control does not work on my truck. Have a little bit more diagnosing to do to solve that problem. However, hopefully it won't catch on fire due to a faulty switch, although it hasn't for the last 23 years. I don't know. Ended up being an absolutely gorgeous day today. Right now I think it's 75, 76, 77 some degrees. Tomorrow's supposed to be about the same. We're gonna start planting beans tomorrow. My dad just took the field cultivator over to a field and he's doing that now. I'm gonna go out about 7:30, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning and we're gonna start planting beans. It's supposed to rain Monday, I guess. There's an 80% chance of rain. So I don't think we're going to get them all in the ground, but we'll get a good start on it. So not exactly sure what is wrong with the cruise control on this. I'm thinking I may need to take the airbag back out, make sure everything's plugged in like it should be, and if I can, test these switches. Although those switches haven't been used that much since cruise hasn't worked in the last 16, 17 years. And they all feel real solid, real firm, real clicky, like they should be working. Going back under the hood again, it may have something to do with this part over here. I need to do a little more research, a little more investigating, make sure power is getting everywhere that it should be getting, and hopefully I'll get this figured out. If I knew my cruise wasn't going to work, I would have just unplugged that switch and called it good. So I'm kind of on a mission to get the cruise control to work. Don't forget about the license plate wall. Or if you have anything else you would like to send into the Fox shop, the address is in the description below. So I'm going to get back to enjoying the night and seeing if I can think up anything that's going on with the truck here. And then I'll have to go to the field in the morning. But give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, click that little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you get post notifications every time I post a video. You will be alerted to it, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.